People have claimed that they've knocked on the door and a knock returns on the inside. I'm waiting for it.
Please subscribe.
Good day, mates. We're going to do something spooky today. We are here at the most haunted place in America, a lot of people say. The most violent, abandoned prison. This was the, show it Sarah again, this is the West Virginia State Penitentiary. And it is Halloween night. Not only is the big abandoned penitentiary there that's supposed to be extremely paranormal and haunted, but right over there, show it Sarah, that is an Indian burial mound right across the street. A massive one too. That's a big reason why people say it tributes to the fact that it's so haunted. So this is here in Moundsville, West Virginia. It's supposed to be one of the bloodiest, craziest prisons where murders were an everyday occurrence and all this kind of stuff. And we are going on a tour for Halloween night. Usually they'll do some in some areas during specific parts of the year, but here on Halloween night they do it at the most scariest part, the most paranormal part, they say, the North Walk, they call it. We go into the what's it called where they keep the worst criminals, like the, forget the word, it was a spot where they kept the worst criminals, the spot where they had the most security watch them, but there's still a lot of murders, and it's supposed to be very scary. It's a flashlight only tour, so we got the flashlight, and we're going to go in right now. And folks, we're going to see if we can catch some spooks on camera. Sarah, do you think we're going to see some spooks today?
Oh, you know it.
I hope not. I mean, we're going to catch some spooks, and I'm not scared at all, neither is Sarah. And, yeah, I mean, we've done a little paranormal hunting on this channel before, but it's been like 5 or 6 years now since we did it. But we've seen creatures before, and we're going to try to catch some creatures this time. So enough dilly-dallying. You ready to go in, Sarah?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to film much of the first bit in there for the tour, but we'll get the camera on at some point. And whew, it's supposed to be dark. We decided to go at 6 p.m. right now, so we're going on a dusk tour instead of waiting until too late, mainly just for the camera, so that hopefully we can pick up more, but I'm sure it's going to be dark in there, pitch black. So got a high-powered flashlight here. How do you like that, Sarah?
Thank you.
All right, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let's get in there.
Yeah, yeah.
I laugh at this room. Alright, I take it none of y'all have been here before?
Nope.
This is gonna be pretty fun. Yeah, y'all gonna find out that I'm either the best or the worst tour guide after I tell you some of the stuff that's happened to me and my groups. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll go ahead and get started. My name's Garrett. I'll be y'all's tour guide for the night. Take about 45 minutes. We're going to be going to some of the most haunted places in this prison. Tell you all the bad and gruesome stuff that's happened here. Well, I actually used to be a corrections officer before this, which is why some of the people here don't like me. But I actually did not work here. I worked over at Northern Regional Jail and Correctional Facility. It's a maximum security prison, and quite a few inmates that lived here live over there now. So I got to hang out with quite a few of them.
You're hardened.
You got to validate some stories and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually got to hang out with pretty much a notorious inmate here every day. Turns out he was my favorite inmate. I'll tell you why that is when we get to his cell. Yeah, we were at the former West Virginia State Penitentiary. We actually opened in 1866 and closed in 1995, so this prison was open for 129 years. A lot of people don't realize this, but the entire north half of this prison, which we're going to be in, is all inmate built. And all the stones outside are hand cut, carved, and laid sandstones. A lot of inmates died trying to build their own home. We didn't bury you, just kind of put you in the walls and kept building on top of you.
Very respectful.
Yes. Now, a lot of people think that this place is haunted just from all the bad stuff that's happened in here from the inmates. Turns out that we are actually on top of an Indian graveyard. Yeah. And it's 3,000 years old. When actually they dug up the foundation of this prison, they actually dug up their graves as well. Took all their bones out, everything. Which makes it even better, I guess. That hill across the street is actually North America's largest Indian burial mound. It's over 3,000 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I don't know.
That's why Mouseville is called Mouseville. Yeah. Now, the first room that we're in is called North Hall, or Blood Alley, from all the murders and suicides that happened in this one room. To give you an idea on how many of those things happened in here, our documented death count just from 1920 to 1995, just 75 years, 998 inmate deaths. Does not include the 86 hangings or the 9 electrocutions. 450 of them happened in this room.
Electrocutions?
Oh yeah. Now we have the original electric chair in the gift shop. So if y'all are going through the haunted house, you're going to see it as soon as you walk through the door.
It's 400 to the 22.
I mean, that's not awesome. I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So let's go over the paranormal activity that might happen to us in here. People say that a lot of ankle grabbings happen in here, not over the painted leg, but skin-to-skin contact. And you might also hear your own social security number being whispered to you in your ear. Tell you why that is when we get down there. For the females, y'all too might get your hair yanked, pulled, or caressed. Might have some thigh rubs thrown in there. Who knows?
Lovely.
Yeah. Now, for us men, more aggressive actions, but not in a good way. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'll tell you what happened to me, and then you'll understand why I'm the best or the worst for the occasion. I was actually locking up one night by myself in a pitch black prison. Pretty cool. Not really, because I was walking down this hallway, and it felt like somebody was walking behind me. Turned around, nobody was there.
Disgusting.
Yeah, kept feeling like it was getting closer and closer until the hairs on my neck stood up. And that's when I power walked out of here. I woke up the very next morning with 3 scratch marks going down my back.
Has anybody ever told you to get your head checked? Because if you come back voluntarily, after all that,
Yeah, every once in I mean, it comes to a point where you kind of sort of numb to it. Yeah, my name also got brought up on a spirit box down here. And it happened in another place as well the other night. So, if somebody in here doesn't like me, and I've had a lot of people wanting to run out of here.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I actually don't have good traction. But everybody please, just, be willing to grab a bitch is all I'm saying.
All right, well, y'all can follow me then.
Yeah, please. Let's go.
Are you too scared?
No,
If you are, we can go with you.
I got this.
Just me. I wouldn't judge you.
Check them out.
3 is my number. We're going in number 3.
All right, so y'all see how small the crane is in there?
This is tiny.
Been doing it. Still some stuff in there.
There's quite a few inmates were murdered in here, especially the ones on the floor. They kind of sleep with their heads by the doors, and little square cutouts in the bottom of them are called bean holes. And then maybe if he didn't like you and he saw you sleeping, he'd just kind of bend down, reach his arm through your bean hole and slit your throat while you're asleep.
This mirror says die something. I see the word die, I just don't know what it is.
Gotta get the thumbnails, right?
Maybe Brian.
No, it's Garrett. Is there a Brian here?
Better to get the thumbnail now.
Now you're gonna notice some of these
Around
squares
too long.
cut out
Someone
right
get
here
too
in
scared.
chain link are bent down more than others. It's because the top two tiers used to not be chain linked, and inmates would set stuff on fire and throw it off the top tier. Well, the parts that have been now more aggressive, those would have been inmate bodies set on fire and thrown off the top tier. And you also got cell number 8 and cell number 9 here. You will notice a triangle cut out in the wall. Please don't touch it. You'll know what I mean when you see it.
R.I.P.
Yeah, cell number 9 was a tattoo artist. They called him Scrappy. Don't know what that was. Did anybody hear any of that?
I heard that, dude.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, other tour guides are outside. Yeah, cell number 9 was a tattoo artist. They called him Scrappy.
Black hole.
Sorry guys, you wanna get in there?
You're
Look
okay.
at this metal plate right here, you'll notice it's got cut going all the way down the left side. Where they started to make a shank, but it didn't finish. Some scratch marks on this wood right here. All from the inmate start moving.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, all the drawings and writings are all original from the inmates who live in these cells. Welcome to the jungle. Come tell 'em. Paint the it this way. Now, you're gonna notice cell number 14 right here has some burn marks on the inside. In certain areas. That's actually because an inmate was burned alive in that cell. He wouldn't perform certain favors for a couple members of the Aryan Brotherhood. So they kind of pushed him in this cell, slammed his door shut, jammed it before he couldn't get out, doused him in lighter fluid, and just lit him on fire. He actually burned alive in that cell because the officers didn't have enough time to get to him.
That's crazy.
And then cell number 17, you got a pentagram on the wall.
I'll let you guys go first this time.
Thank you.
No, it's really just because I feel like I'm being rude.
You're okay.
It's like rushing into it.
Some beautiful artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there's 4 cells right here. You're gonna notice how they're separated from each other. Well, you had to be the baddest of the bad to be locked in one of these cells. 23 hours a day, all 3 meals right inside your cell. Well, at one time, we had 4 main gang members of the Aryan Brotherhood locked in here. You had second in command Elijah Blue Sarton right here with the blue cell. Second cell, Rusty Lasker. Third cell, Bruce White. Fourth cell, and that was the leader, William A. Snyder. They called him Red. He's the reason why you might hear your own social security number being whispered in your ear. He actually knew all the new officers' information before they said hello. Knew your first and last name, your social security number, your family members' names, where everybody lives. Yeah, well, Blue over here thought it was his turn to be in charge. He thought he could do a better job. So he wanted them killed, but didn't want to do it himself, so he made Rusty do it. He owned Rusty within the gang and told him, if you don't kill Red, I'm going to kill you. So, kind of take your pick. Well, Rusty didn't feel like dying, so he went with, all right, let's kill Red. He knew the only way that he could do that is if he drugged Red, because Red loved to get high before he went out to the rec yard for an hour. So Rusty started smuggling in drugs from the outside, gave Red a little bit too much on purpose. Red didn't even care to look at what he was given, he just wanted to catch the buzz. Well, it made him super messed up. And to the point where he couldn't even sit up on his own, on his bunk. Rusty went over there to see if he was ready to go outside and noticed that, so he rushed in there with his shank, stabbed him 37 times in the chest, neck, and face. Last stab wound was in the left eye. He ended up being asphyxiated, which means he drowned on his own blood right there in his cell. Yeah. I actually had to hang out with Blue every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that recent.
Oh, yeah. Well, Red died in '92. We're just gonna head right into the cage, just watch your step, there's that bar down there. Alright, what y'all are standing in is a bullpen rec yard for the worst of the worst inmates. No more than 4 inmates are allowed on these yards for an entire hour. That's why you see the razor wire up top. It's actually original from the 80s. Stainless steel, military grade concertina wire. Every inch is razor, every 3 inches are butterfly hooks that are designed to embed into your muscle fibers. If they feel you move or tense up, they're going to curl and dig deeper. Inmates have tried to escape over this wire, and some were successful because somehow, in some way, they managed to get another inmate body up there and use them as a bridge.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Oh, yeah. Now, our next stop is actually one of my favorites, but I'm not going to tell you where it is until we're already there. Now, I'll tell you an experience that I had last weekend. I had about 20 people with me. We were going to the next spot. We were walking down this little chain link area right here. I stopped about halfway, stopped my entire group because I thought I was about to run into the other tour group. Yeah, I heard the female tour guide's voice just yelling, telling a story. Come to find out, nobody was there. Yeah. Apparently this isn't the first time this has happened because her sister also works here and somebody said that they heard her voice yelling. She wasn't even there. So they think that we have a mimic here that knows how to mimic one person's voice. So if you have to hear somebody's voice that you know, just know that they're not here. So y'all can follow me.
Everybody I know is in the corner, so that would be
That or freaky.
Here,
Just
pull
watch
up.
y'all step when we get down to the end because the steps are so worn out. Basically turned into a ramp. Somewhat freaked out. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go down the steps straight ahead of us. Alright, our next stop, well, y'all's next stop, because I'm not going to go with you. Just going to kind of let y'all free roam for yourself for a couple minutes. But y'all are going to go down to the basement and boiler room. It's actually our first solitary confinement, because when North Hall was first built, we didn't have any of that, so we just kind of improvised. Yeah, so if you kind of messed up in here, we would put you down there for about 1 to 31 days. Pitch black, there's not any cells in there, we just kind of chained you to the wall. Gave you 2 buckets, one for water, one for your bathroom. We only fed you 1 meal a day. Yeah.
The happy spirits, right? The happiness.
No, but the reason why it's haunted is because there's an apartment in there, and an inmate lived down there. His name was RD, and he was also in here on a rape charge. Yeah, but he was also the only one that knew how to really fix the boilers. So the warden kind of made a deal with him, said if you tend to the boilers, I'll let you live down there. So he did. He even built him a fireplace. Yeah, not good for a rapist. Yeah, he had an ex-boyfriend that became quite jealous and angry about that situation, so him and 2 other inmates broke in down there, caught him while he was using the bathroom, pulled him off his toilet, drug him across his floor, and slit his throat so bad to where when they picked him up and put him over to their shoulders, his head flopped all the way back and was still hanging on.
Ugh. That's lovely.
Oh, here's another piece of history. Now, if you came out of there and you cocked an attitude, they're not going to put you back down there. They're just going to hook you up to the whipping post. It's called a kicking jenny. It was a half-circle warp board strictly designed to stretch your back out to the fullest. It wasn't height adjusted either, so someone my height or shorter, our ribs are going to crack in half before the whippings even begin. And you,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, that's right.
you might be good. Yeah, but you wouldn't be after the cat of nine tails bullwhip, which we also soaked in salt and vinegar and then dipped it in a bucket of sand before we whipped you. Yeah, one warden actually whipped 8 inmates to death. Told his officers the only time you stop whipping is if you tire her out and can no longer do it, or if the inmate dies. State actually had to ask him to step down.
Yeah,
I would say so.
I have that.
Don't know why it took 8 different times.
Right, 8 times.
Alright, now it has rained today, so kind of watch your step in there. I'll be in with y'all shortly, kind of do a little surprise for y'all.
Oh, surprise.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, flashlight. I'm gonna need a flashlight.
A little chilly down here.
That's cold. See what's that?
So this might have been, well, it's probably for an exhaust pipe.
Hey, let's all split up.
Alright guys, y'all can follow me. Find a seat and get, or not find a seat, but find a spot and get comfy for a minute.
There is a seat.
I wouldn't sit in it.
I was gonna say, is that a trap?
Alright, so when y'all find where you wanna stand, we'll go ahead and get started.
I see a scissor right here, so.
That's kinda like a momentum, or memento.
Oh, I see, other coins.
Yeah, that's for a reason.
Okay.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask y'all to kind of turn off your flashlights.
Okay.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of get the feel for how the inmates felt chained up to the wall for an entire month. And then I'll tell you about some of the experience that from my people that have happened down here when I do this. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn off my light here in about 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's about a month for you. Kind of got to sniff your bucket each time you want to take a water.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it flooded a lot down here while they were chained to the wall. Sometimes got up to their knees. And they just left them in here, and we were infested with cockroaches about 3.5 inches long. They would just start crawling all over you because they didn't want to get in the water. So this is the apartment where RD was murdered. Yeah, like right behind me, that's where his throat was cut. Yeah, I've actually had a woman in here. She was kind of elderly, was standing up against the wall when she said it felt like somebody flicked her earring. Like I said, it's pitch black in here. Can't see your hand in front of your face, so it was nobody that she was with because only one of them was flipping back and forth. She also said that her hair was caressed. The guy said he got touched in here, said his whole upper forearm started tingling. And he said it also felt like he had 2 10-pound weights strapped to his feet coming out of here. It looked like he had some difficulties coming out of here. Don't really know what that was. Well, our next stop is actually going to be in the psych ward in the infirmary. A lot of cool stuff happened up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my flashlight on, so if you kind of want to close your eyes real quick, that way it doesn't blind you. Alright, there we go. Alright. How was that? Was that pretty cool?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I wanted to see more of the building.
More of the rooms?
Well, yeah, because we were only, I don't think we.
You know how on a video game, you gotta search all the corners for the gold and the
I
chests and
literally,
stuff?
that's
That's what she was
what I'm
doing.
doing.
She was looking for the,
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Because you see how there's 3 bricks that are exposed? Yeah. We're pretty sure that that's where that happened because this is the most only logical place. So you know the wheel that we came in on? We'll show you the trolley car motor that pushed it around. Yeah, it goes all the way up to the bottom of the wheel, dead center. When this sucker's going, it's just contact. Yeah, the officer actually upstairs has a little barred window room that he stands in. He has his knob that he turns and he steps on his foot pedal to help get it going. Yeah. Yeah, when we get back up there, at the end, I'll show you where the big cloth belt went on the upper spindle. And see just how big it is.
That's cool.
Alright, y'all can follow me, we'll head upstairs. Yeah, a lot of people run out here screaming when they spend the night here.
now, whenever you spend the night here, are you just,
Like 6 hours, right?
and are you just locked in, you're able to free run wherever you want?
Yep. So here's how it works. If y'all wanted to spend the night, best time to do it would be when we reopen next year, because November's completely booked out.
Right.
But yeah, you're in here from 11 o'clock at night to 5 o'clock in the morning. Lock the doors behind you. And you got 2 tour guides here, and that is it. And we just hang out in the gift shop all night. Give you a map of the entire prison and just let you loose all by yourself
Right.
for 6 hours.
You freak out too much, find the gift shop.
Yeah.
We would literally have to plan that in like the middle of vacation, so that we're not going to work the next day. That's pretty cool.
Now, if you get a huge group of friends together, I mean, you can have up to 40 people here.
Oh, wow. I bet that's
yeah.
insanity.
It is. But yeah, if you want it privately rented out, it's 1,100 flat.
Oh, okay.
So you can have 1 to 100 people and it's still $1,100.
Right.
Yeah, but if you don't mind being with the public, it's just $75 a person for 6 hours.
Huh. I can bring it.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, when the hole, because the hole is open, and when it gets warmer, you'll take them with bats. Oh, that's cool.
A little too real.
So you'll literally have bats hitting you in the face.
Hell no. Like their disease. You know, I'm not superstitious, I just don't have disease.
Well, we had one flying through one of the tour guides now,
Oh,
No.
and he just Ozzy it and. No, she did not. There's one of the female tour guides here. She does the overnighters. She also got hit by another one. No, she still does it. I'm telling you, anything that happens here, that's private, that phases us. All right, this is the psych ward and the infirmary, but this is all the infirmary part. Okay. Every time I'm up here, I know we just went up 3 flights of stairs, but like the whole time I'm up here, it feels like somebody's pushing down on my chest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which sucks, but people are like, why are we with you? But yeah, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go all the way into that big room and just let y'all free roam and check out all the rooms. There's a lot of old equipment still up here from back in the day. We got a huge x-ray table, pretty old. Well, if you go in that room, a lot of females say that it feels like their Achilles tendons being pinched and pulled.
yay.
People hear footsteps in other rooms. They also hear stuff on the 3rd floor. They've also seen shadow figures kind of peeking around the corner looking at you and going back in. They've also claimed that they've seen little girls' faces looking inside from the outside. Don't know why that is.
That's my favorite horror movie trope. It's little creepy kids.
So, like I said, what I want to do, and honestly, since it's a small group, you might actually get to experience a lot more than what the bigger groups do, because it's always just so loud in here. So that's why I'm going to go all the way down there and just let y'all have fun.
Okay.
All right. Ooh.
Is this the room that you're filming? You feel anything, Sarah? You feeling spooky yet? Are there any spooks in here? There's one right there. Where? The Chicago Cubs.
kitchen area.
Might be some goodies in here.
There might be.
I want to scare people driving by.
Ooh.
This is the room.
Hop up. Let me do an examination of you.
You get him? Get him? Touch it, see if you feel something. You feel like that?
No. They lied to me.
They say that scary stuff happened in this room.
I bet. Is that the little door they put the food in through?
Yeah.
Ow. Okay. Thank you for blinding me.
I'll let you know.
Dryer? Washer?
This was a dirty little place. The hole right there.
Check out these rooms too. You got some rooms in basically the hospital. That's the psych ward all through there. Feel free to go check it out, and then whenever they get done checking all this out, it's gonna be story time when I get down there.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Y'all good?
Make sure you're following the flashlight.
I'm trying. You're going kind of fast.
I'm looking for spooks. They said there's spooks here. But I don't think he's serious. Are there any spooks here? I think he's lying, don't you? I think these boys in here weren't as tough as he says.
Is that so?
Yeah, you want to hold the flashlight?
Yes.
Okay.
You move too fast.
Well, Sarah, I have to be in a video too. I'm the center of attention. Ooh, this is where it happens, Sarah. Oops, I dropped the soap. Please come get me. And ghosts. Oops. Oh, damn. I was hoping it would work.
Dang it.
I wanted to feel the phantom penetration.
Showers.
Yeah. The scariest thing so far was those steps.
Yeah.
I'm still out of breath from it.
I've recovered now.
I'm a little better. Down there, please, there. Any spooks down there?
Nope.
Any spooks this year?
Little cubby holes.
That's scary. Well, I'm hoping folks that are comments will say they saw something.
I hope so
So they
too.
want to use some CGI
Oh yeah.
like they do on the professional shows.
So it's-
I'm sure there wasn't much space between things.
Find anything interesting?
Not yet, no. It's all pretty interesting though.
Just the building itself.
Hopefully I need to come and actually spend the night.
Yes. That would be pretty cool.
You want to do that?
Yes, I do. Ooh, a bed. Oh, another mat.
Sorry, Richard. Ooh, the smell.
Yeah, it's pretty pleasant.
People are literally
Bed
coming
9.
upstairs. You saw those energy drinks and those things? I don't know. People are pleasant. I don't care if their ankles get pinched.
Head on in here. You go over these 2 cells right here.
Oh, I'm jealous you can do that. Hey.
Tell them to take pictures.
Yeah, can you, for the rest of us?
I can explain, it's a small room with a vent up top and a drain at the bottom, and that's it.
And you'll also notice the shower head. That little silver piece.
Oh, that's the shower head.
Yeah, and there's a drain in there.
And they just throw them in and close them down,
Oh, no, this is basically your suicide watch cell. So if you're suicidal, you'd be locked in these cells for 8 hours,
Nice.
and you're fully nude. The only way that you can get out early is if the nurses see a trail of blood coming out of the cell and going out into the hallway. Yeah, well, one inmate was way too desperate. He wanted to get out early. Now, this is gonna hurt us men, because it's about to get pretty gruesome. He knew that he could actually lift up the drain cover, and the pipe down there was actually edged and razored, and pretty much rusted all up. So he kind of got in a full squatting position. Need I remind you, he's fully nude. So he starts swaying back and forth, side to side, going around in circles, trying to hook his little blueberries. Well, he actually hooked them. When he hooked them, he actually jerked them and sliced them completely off, using them to clog the drain. Yeah, so he bled out quite a bit. Went out into the hallway. He actually got out early. Still survived after that.
Oh, good for him. He earned it.
Wasn't.
Yeah, we actually had one female tour guide that won't even step foot in this room anymore. Yeah, because she said that when she stepped foot in here one night, both doors started rattling. Yeah. People have claimed that they've knocked on the door and a knock returns on the inside.
Gotta try that.
They're shy.
I would have laughed so hard, a big old bang just came out of there.
Just one more.
I'm waiting for it to happen. I'm really waiting for it to happen. I want it to so bad.
Same.
Just one bang back.
observation room right here. If you can see all the paintings on the walls, these are actually all inmate done.
Oh.
Yeah, you can tell the Ninja Turtles are way off. Wrong color sashes, wrong weapons, because you had a colorblind inmate do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that sculpture, those sculptures are also inmate built in paper mache.
They really got some artists in here.
Oh, yeah. It's quite sad. And you got this whole mountain wall right here. Goes all the way down. I don't know if that's Pete the Dragon or what.
That's what it kind of looks like from the movie.
Yeah. Huh. All right, we're gonna head to our last stop of the night. We got a guy coming here tonight. Yeah, Dawson. One of these guys, there's a guy that's coming in here with the exact first and last name.
Oh, wow.
That's one of these names on this plaque. Yeah, where we're at right now is Shadow Man Hallway. Back in 2004, a group of people spent the night here, like y'all want to do. Yeah, well, she was walking down this way where she heard a loud sound behind her, so she turned around and looked at the other end of the hallway. And there was a black shadow figure staring at her. She also noticed how it's full figure and transparent. She also noticed how the figure kind of acknowledged the flashlight, like, what in the world is this? Really freaked her out, so she wanted to make sure she wasn't going crazy or seeing things, so she just pulled out her old Polaroid camera, snapped a picture. When it printed out, she actually caught it.
Really?
Got a copy of it in the museum, but you can just get on Google and type in West Virginia Shadow Man.
That's cool.
Ever since then, we've had all kinds of ghost shows from the Travel Channel come here. Ghost Adventures with Zach Bagan. Yeah, they've been here. We've also had Destination Fear, MTV Fear. They filmed the first episode here. We've also had Netflix and Hulu here.
I recognized it in
Mindhunter.
Mindhunter.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
That's
it's like
what-
Penitentiary.
Yeah.
I was like, that looks like the Penitentiary.
Yeah, Castle Rock was also filmed here.
Castle Rock. See, I never saw that.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård, who plays Pennywise, he was in here.
Oh, I know him.
He was acting as an inmate in Castle Rock. We've also had Christian Bale, who plays Batman here.
The buff one, the fat one, or the skinny one?
One who faces the Joker was Heath Ledger. Okay, that Christian Bale.
That one.
Yeah, his movie Out of the Furnace, it was made in 2013. Yep. State issue license plates, breath for the blind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this prison is also public. Yeah, we imagine that the Pittsburgh Pirates come and play against New York. Wow. Yeah, you can actually come in here to the barber shop and get your hair cut for about a quarter or two by the inmate barber who was a convicted murderer. Yeah, we actually have a picture of a 5-year-old boy in the museum about to get his haircut done by him in the 50s.
Oh, wow.
You come to the commissary and purchase inmate-made items, so we have messed up Amish country here. Yeah. This wasn't your typical prison. Just watch your step right here, it goes into a ramp. step right here. You good? At least I get to roll you around the wheel one more time.
I've never seen that from the other side.
Yeah, that was one of our first old non-contact visitation rooms. Misfortune. All right, here we go, round and round. All right, guys, thank y'all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Have a good one, guys. Oh man, I actually see people on there.
Well, folks, we are on our way home now. That was scary as hell, right, Sarah?
Oh, yeah.
Caught you. You got scared. I wasn't that scared, though. I wasn't scared at any of it. Like, at no point was I scared at all. What about you, Sarah?
No.
Sarah, I already caught you. You were a big crybaby. In fact, she was crying a moment ago, folks. We got in the car, and she was crying. She's been crying for a solid 30 minutes now. But I wasn't scared, spooked at all there. So, folks, let us know in the comments if you happen to notice any spooky things in the background. Is there anything we missed? Because we didn't really see anything happen there. We had figured maybe something would happen. Did you feel anything spooky happen, Sarah?
No, I wish there was.
Nothing spooky. But anyways, folks, we're almost home now. So let us know in the comments if you saw something spooky. I'd love for you to point it out, put it on a timestamp. And please, as always, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We'll see you folks next time. Bye, folks. Got anything to say, Sarah?